lake-effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Chicago Bears. Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and off we go from Soldier Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On play action, Fields. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Fields. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 43. Touchdown, Jaguars! He goes 57 yards on the punt return. And the Jags will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their second attempt here, the first drive, stalled and they punted.
Time to break some things out, I think, in the playbook. Now that they've gotten out there, getting settled a little bit, let's see if they open things up. Maybe try and get the ball in the hands of the guys who can get the ball into the end zone. They're playmakers.
I would like that.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Fields. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
The Bears at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first. From the gun, it's a run by Evans.
Room here to run.
It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football overtime, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
They'll run on first down with Evans.
A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They'll go again here with Evans.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away now from moving out in front. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At about the 32. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. All tied up, 6-6, our score after 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And the Bears are going to be set up with a first and goal. As a nice run there, gets them down to the 6-yard line.
Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. And they'll go right back to Evans. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Darrington Evans. That's his 18th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have moved out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. After the sack on first down, Lawrence. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Sliding out of the pocket.
He'll air this one out for Kirk. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On fourth down is Logan Cook to punt. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded right around his own 43.
A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Fields. Evans has it left side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Throwing on 2nd down. Fields. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Fields going to keep it once more. And he is going to lose yardage here. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And this one is right through. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Off play action, Fields. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Boy, they're down only one score. Still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Now a handoff coming left, Evans.
And he'll power his way up near the 25.
84 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 24, Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Play action. It's Fields. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
From the shotgun, Lawrence
flushed out right. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram.
And the Bears will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
He's going to air one out. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
On 2nd and 10, Fields
airing this one out for Evans. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, that return had all the trappings of really good scouting. You could tell that they thought they saw something on tape that they could take advantage of, and they dialed it up at just the right time to give them a great return.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Evans running behind center. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz into 10. Nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. A shotgun snap, Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, what a move. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A give up the middle to Evans. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Again, a run with Evans. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game. There he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side with Evans. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 119 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Evans going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. A field goal gets them the lead, but they'll risk it here on 4th and goal.
They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here.
He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And as a result, they could have had the lead with a field goal. Instead, they turned the ball over on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's
touchdown, Jaguars! And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
On the ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are right back in this football game.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They start the drive with Evans.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
2nd and 6. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Got it.
2nd and 6.
Hey, stand on.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
148 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he's got room. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 54 yards.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it, and as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got pulled on that one.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
Now with him and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting...
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Fish came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If sign on the dotted line. Can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Gang time in it. Gang time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Gang time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, they'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I give God all the praises. G.O.D.